Hey everybody, good morning. It's Carla Gardner with carlajgardner.com coming to you live this morning. I'm going to wait here a minute for everybody to join me. Today we're having coffee with Carla, my favorite mug here. It's kind of dirty, but that means good flavor, right? Who washes their coffee cup? So who's joining me this morning for some tips on balance? We actually, it was a question I posted on Facebook because a lot of people, I've been having conversations with friends about, they want to know how do you work at home with a retired husband, with grandkids, with kids, you run a business, and hey Janelle. Hey, Chris. Hi, Susan. Oh, my gosh. Hi, you guys. Thanks for coming on. Hi, Lee. Lee Tracy, you're supposed to be driving that truck. What are you doing? It's good to see you. Hi, Angela. Thank you, guys. But anyway, so we're, you guys got your coffee? I want you to sit back and enjoy. Going to be a short coffee this morning. I've got work to do. Dispatching and doing some customer cars. But anyway, this is my first Facebook Live with a real message. And it's about balancing work with life when you work at home. It's very, very different than when you work in an office where the parameters are set for you. But here at home, you get to choose. And when I first started working at home, I'll give you a short little story about how I started working at home. I'm a retired banker, sick of the corporate world. I always wanted to do what was right for people, but the rules and regulations for other people's businesses don't always fit with what goes with your morals and your character and your work ethic, actually. So when I started my auto transport brokerage, I was scared to death. I left a $3,000 a month job, cold turkey, no income, and to go from having a paycheck twice a month to having nothing guaranteed was very, very scary. But that's what they call burning the bridge, right? You either make it, you sink, or swim. And so I dove into my business, but I created a monster. I worked 12 to 14 hours a day, nonstop. Family members would drop in at the house. I would be short, kind of nasty to them because I was busy. The phones were ringing off the hook. And I soon learned, which this is one of the tips I want to share with you today, is that when you work at home, you are the CEO. You're the bookkeeper, you're the secretary, you're the janitor, you're all of the above. So you are responsible for setting the boundaries for not only yourself, but for everyone else, all the way from hubby to the kids, to the grandkids, to your mom and dad, to your brothers and sisters, to your friends, everybody. Everyone needs to know that you're taking your work at home business seriously. Otherwise, it's just not going to work and you won't succeed long term. So that's my biggest tip, is to set boundaries. Now, the cool thing is this. Hey, Dominique, hi, Elaine, how are you? I hope you guys are safe up there from that fire. Man, I've been watching it and it's just not good. So you guys, that's another tip. When you have friends all around the different states and stuff, stay in touch with them. Know what's going on in the local areas and help all you can. Social media is so awesome for helping friends and family no matter where you live. Hi, Eric. How are you? Hi, Shailene. Angelica, hi. Hey, you're supposed to be working. What are you doing? Hi, Shermanita. Hey, so It's another thing is this, is it's really easy to work 24/7. You get very focused. That fear sets in that you don't have that paycheck, but set office hours and stick to them. For one thing, it will save your sanity, and you've got to have a life. You just can't. I learned the hard way. I really burned out, and I have to show you guys something fun. Look, I finally did a manicure. I bought some new polish. Anyway, it's a long story, but that's a big deal. I did a manicure. I took time for me. So the cool thing was this, is that when I asked that question on Facebook, I could not believe the response I got. And I'm going to show you guys this. Hold on just a second here. Okay. I'm going to flip the camera off of me if I can figure out how to do it here. I think that'll do it. There we go. Now, can you guys see that? So my question was balance. Do you take weekends off or do you work? And boy, the response that I got really helped me to learn that I've still got a lot to learn. So look at here. Liz says she takes from Saturday at 6 p.m. to Sunday at 6 p.m. off, no work. Ronnie says, I'm on 365 days off, 365 days, but I shut the phone off at 11 p.m. Liag says, it's extremely difficult to be balanced. At first, I had to work Saturday and I only had Sundays off. The balance to me was to be able to make all meetings and service. It's difficult when you're starting a new business. Boy, that's the truth. So that balance is going to be different for everybody. Pam says, depending on the ebb and flow of activities. Beth said, depends. Usually Saturdays from 9 to 12 and 6 to 8, I take off. Sandy says, I work with a schedule. That's a good idea. Kathy says, I didn't used to, but now Saturdays are for home cleanup and Sundays for grocery shopping and to relax. Hey, we all have to eat. We all need to keep our homes clean, right? Carissa says, I haven't really had an entire day off for pleasure in over 16 years. Ellen says, I used to work 7 days a week, long hours. Now I stop at 6 p.m. Weekdays and weekends are flexible. We can't forget about our families, guys. Isn't that why we choose to work at home and not for a boss? And Dawn, I make a schedule. Then I plan deadlines on a weekly and daily basis. Pat says, I focus on being on task during the weekdays. Melissa, weekend? What's that strange phrase? Boy, I hear that. Ray, yes, most mysterious indeed, but mysteriously many are actually doing that, taking time off he's referring to. Courtney, yes, I do. Sarah, I'm learning. Yep, we all are in a constant state of learning. Jennifer, I let Friday and Saturday and most of Sundays stack up, then work Sunday night to get everything ready to go. Christine, I had to finally set limits to answering customers' calls. Weekends only if I feel like it, never after 6. They were calling at 10 p.m. Diane, I take most weekends off now. I play catch up on Sundays. Nanette, I work 7 days a week. And there's so many more, you guys, but I wanted to keep this short on purpose. Some of you may be on break at work. Some of you may be like me, carving time out of your day. But the cool thing is, let me check my notes here. We all have to find that happy balance that fits for us, for our business, for our situation. Everybody's situation is different. And no one person can tell another person, this is how you find balance, because that's crazy. Everyone is different. So first of all, I want to thank everybody who took time out to share their way that they find balance in their day working at home. Or maybe even some of you work a job and have a part-time business at home, which I work, but I work at home, but then I also have a home-based business too that I build. So there has to be a happy balance between working my home-based business, and family. Like yesterday, I took the whole day off and the grandkids and I played at the park, made popcorn, cleaned out the pantry and the refrigerator and the freezer. So now we need to go grocery shopping. But I did it because I can, and so can you. So if you'd like to read more of the comments that we got over on my Facebook page, I'd love to have you drop in there. Also, I'm going to be writing a blog post about this, and you can find that on Carla J. Gardner. That's GARDINER.com. And you can follow along, get some other business tips as I share. Every week I'm going to be having coffee with Carla. So grab your coffee, have a sip. And this is, by the way, is how I keep the pounds off. So I love you all. Thank you so much for stopping in and having coffee with Carla. And love ya. Have a good day. You guys up in Happy Valley, be safe from that fire. Don't be crazy. If they tell you to leave, leave. I love you. You can always come to Idaho. Okay, see you next week. Bye, guys.